Well, this week, the LA County Metro Board is set to vote on expanding the K line, adding more stops into Hollywood, including a station at the Hollywood Bowl. Many local city leaders are already board with the plan, but there's pushback from residents over raising the funds and if the line will impact homes and businesses. And joining us now to go over everything included in this proposed and expansion is LA County Supervisor Lindsey Horvath. Always great to have you in. Good morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's start here. What's the need to expand the K line, and also what was the major need for the Metro lines to get proposed to these areas that are able to be reached right now? So kind of what's the impetus for all of this?
Well, this alignment was approved by the voters in Measure M. This was an alignment that voters said we desperately need, and we need it now. And this is an alignment that will have over 100,000 riders on it. This is an alignment that will have the highest ridership of any line in the entire country, not just the county, once it's fully constructed. It will connect communities that were previously divided by redlining and make sure that people are able to access healthcare and jobs and economic opportunity. This is an alignment that will also unlock ridership throughout the existing system. And it's a critical north-south connection and corridor as opposed to many of the other that are east-west. So we have to make sure that we're unlocking ridership throughout the region and getting people to the places they need to go.
So obviously you named all the benefits of it, and it seems like this will be something that's great. But let me ask you, how important is it to get these proposals passed and also finish over the next couple of years? We got the Olympics coming. We obviously currently have the World Cup, but a lot of big things happening here in LA.
We absolutely have to move now. It is essential that we do it, not only because people need to get around the region each and every day. We know this won't be constructed for the Olympics. We know that. But what we do know is that each and every day, there are people who need to get to jobs at Cedars-Sinai. Everybody knows when shift changes because the traffic patterns change, and we need to get people out of their cars. We need to connect people to healthcare services. UCLA is creating a new mental health campus around Fairfax and Olympic. We know that intersection is crazy already. We need to get people out of their cars and moving around the region, getting to those places with greater ease. And we need to show that government is actually responsive to the needs of the public and that we can get things done quickly.
I want to ask you about the residents. Again, you were talking about the benefits earlier, but there's some residents who maybe have some concerns about the line impacting homes and businesses along their path. And, you know, if you look just historically where highways and freeways can come through and kind of change their neighborhoods, what would you say to them?
Well, what we do know is, as I mentioned, these are communities that were previously divided by redlining, and so they were cut off from healthcare, from economic opportunity. So this alignment allows people to get connected to things they were intentionally divided from. We also know that there were concerns from the community, which is why Metro took 18 additional months and invested millions of dollars in additional technical studies at the request of these residents to make sure that we're directly addressing their concerns. Metro is also investing money to make sure that grocery store is relocated and preserved for a community. They've never done anything like that before, but communities like this deserve that kind of intentional investment and protection to make sure that we're building this alignment for the community members that are already there. Right,
having access to things. You know, and obviously being such a big city, you go to other places, they kind of have these things, are able to access them a little bit smoother. So it's something we'll see if this works out. Let me ask you this. Have you heard from constituents about the need for Metro lines in other areas, such as getting a station near SoFi Stadium in Inglewood? We know Inglewood over the last handful of years has just really boomed.
Oh, well, we need a lot more alignments throughout the region. I know that Measure M was a vision that brought a lot of voices together throughout the Los Angeles County region, but we know that expanding the system is always what we're hearing from our residents, especially our transit riders who are looking for more access by bus, by rail, and so much more. So yes, we absolutely need to make more connections. I know Mayor Butts has been hard at work in Inglewood trying to bring more transit options to the region as well. And so this alignment brings communities together and helps to connect us, so we're all working together in those fights.
If we could just get one coming from like SoFi Stadium to the Valley for me.
All right.
Just like get straight to the game, just straight to it when you get to some of the events there, concerts and whatnot. No, it's obviously this is something that'll be really interesting to see for folks, just making it easier and just having access to things. And I want to finish here with you. The Board of Supervisors approved your motion to evaluate the economic and job impact of the Paramount Warner Brothers merger. What are some of the main questions that you maybe have asked in your report and some things that you're keeping an eye on?
Well, we just saw with the merger of Paramount Skydance, thousands of jobs were lost in that merger.
Right.
So that's recent. It's one of the players who's involved in this, and we have to make sure that we are protecting jobs, not losing them, while our state and local governments are trying to do all we can to invest in protecting production and keeping it here. So what we're trying to study is the economic impact, both in terms of jobs directly, but also we know a lot of those ancillary jobs, dry cleaners, florists, so many of the supportive businesses that are part of this economy too get impacted. And so we really need to understand before we make such a big decision what that's going to mean for Los Angeles and most importantly for the workers who will be impacted.
Yeah, you brought up a great point. We often remind, you think of Hollywood, you forget about those, as you mentioned, the restaurants around there that serve the people,
Absolutely.
The folks who are making the clothes, and so many people that are businesses that thrive because of this industry and the work that's being done. Well, LA County Supervisor Lindsey Horvath, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming in, and I'm sure we'll have you in again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Appreciate it.